I'm Tony with Powersports of Palm Beach in Lake Park, Florida. And today we're going to change a battery out on a Yamaha FZ-09. One of my reps gave me a brand new battery to install. It's an ion lithium battery, so it's a lot of weight savings, better cranking amps, just an all-around better battery. A little bit more expensive than the stock battery, not by much, but the savings and performance you'll get out of it is definitely worth the money. So most sport bikes have a key. You gotta open a trunk somewhere. Sometimes they're really hard to find. This one's kind of easy, it's right under the back. Most batteries are underneath the seat. As you can see, here's our battery right here. This battery is a YTZ-10S. So this battery is a really expensive battery stock. It's about $185 battery stock, but our lithium battery doesn't even cost that much. So on this bike, you're actually making money putting a lithium ion battery in the bike. So today I'm going to tell you the most common mistake when people change their battery out. There are 3 or 4 different types of Phillips head screwdrivers. You have a number 1, a number 2, and a number 3. Most battery terminals are a number 3 size Phillips head screwdriver. So you can use the number 2, but it just fits kind of a little loose in there. If you use the number 3, it fits nice and tight and it's nice and snug, exactly the way it should fit. You take the chance of stripping out the heads, and you know, you always want to use the right tools for the right job. So it's always, most of the time it's a number 3 Phillips head screwdriver. If you don't have one, just go to Harbor Freight, wherever you go to get your tools, pick one up for a couple bucks. Make sure you always use the right tools for the right job. All right, so on a battery, you see you have a little battery strap right here. We'll go ahead and take that guy off. That leaves us to our battery. We can get it out. One of the most important things on a battery is to always take the negative off first, which is the negative, black wire usually. The reason why is because once the negative's off the terminal, the battery is no longer live anymore. So therefore it can't shock you or blow any fuses or anything like that. Same thing is true in reverse. You want to put the negative on first. Again, we're using a number 3 Phillips head screwdriver, also from Snap-on. The little backs of the bolts in the battery, I always put the screws back in them because sometimes they'll fall on the bike. You lose a battery post in the bike down there, chances are you'll never find it. So I always put the bolts right back in just to make sure that they don't get lost. Especially if you lose one from the new battery, you always have an extra set because you had one in the old battery. So after our 2 posts are disconnected, we're going to go ahead and just take the battery out. Pretty simple, just slide this baby right on out. And there it is. So I just want to show you the weight difference on these 2 batteries. Obviously we're using a scale to like weigh people, so it's going to be a little off, but you'll get the gist of it. So I'll show you the battery we took out, and then I'll show you the new battery that was provided for us. Show you the weight difference between the 2 batteries, so check it out. So here we go with the first battery. It's kind of at 0. Put this baby on there, and she's pretty much at 10, 11, 12 pounds almost, give or take 12 pounds. We take this guy off, put our new Bike Master lithium ion battery in there. And barely is a pound. So, and the cool thing about the lithium ion batteries is they come fully charged. You don't have to charge them or do anything. You can use regular chargers on them. You don't need special chargers or anything. So we're going to go ahead and throw this back on the bike and fire it up. Also with the lithium ion batteries, you can kind of tell these batteries are pretty much the same size. Sometimes with the lithium ion batteries, they are a little bit smaller than the stock batteries. So therefore they give you this little piece of foam to be able to like put on the batteries, on the bottom, on the top, just to make sure that it takes up the same amount of room as your other stock battery. So if it's in the box, utilize it. All right, one thing with the lithium ion batteries is that the terminals of the battery, they have a very big cavity inside of there. And the little piece, the little nut that you're going to put on the bolt that threads in there, it's it's going to be real sloppy around inside of there. So what I usually do, just a little trick of the trade, just grab a pair of scissors and the little foam that came with the battery. You can use this, you can use cardboard, you can use pretty much anything you want, but you just go ahead and just make a little cutout, put it in there, and to hold the battery nut, and when you put it in the bike, it's not going to fall anywhere. So finish cutting. So now we're going to be able to stick a little piece in there to fill up the cavity. So you see how that fits there, nice and snug, nice and tight. It's not going to fall out. Make sure you get your bowl hole lined up good. Same thing with the other side. Not going anywhere. All right, so here we go. We're going to stick our battery back in. Again, sometimes the batteries are a little bit different sizes, a little bit different configurations, so you just want to make sure that what you're doing is working. So again, we're going to grab our number 3 Phillips head. We're going to start, we're going to put the negative on first. I always take the bolt and put it through the terminal when I go to put the terminal back down onto the battery, or the cable back down onto the battery. So nice and snug. Make sure everything's back the way it should. Everything looks the same as when you took it apart. Major thing. Go ahead and put our seat back on. And give it a shot. Not bad. Definitely more responsive. Started up a lot easier. The battery's not that old. This bike's a 2014. It's only about 8 months old. So that's how you install a battery in a 2014 FZ-09. Again, I'm Tony with Powersports of Palm Beach. Check us out on the web at 561powersports.com. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/PowersportsPB. We're on Google+. We also sell new and used bikes, service, repair, anything you need. Check us out.